Good morning, everybody. It is 8:38 right now. Welcome back to Iowa Live. Lou and Michelle here. We have a very special guest joining us in studio right now. We have Julie Peralt. She's the watershed coordinator, Polk County Soil and Water Conservation District, and talking about something you're probably going to want to pay attention to. So if you're doing something, at least around the office or around the house, just time out for just a little bit because this is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it. The RAIN campaign and what all this stands for. So kind of explain that to people.
So I guess in the Des Moines metro area, we have experienced lots of flooding issues. We know that there's poor water quality in our local rivers, and a lot of homeowners, we don't know what we can do about it or how we can make a positive impact. Well, the RAIN campaign is here, and it's a program started by cities across the whole Des Moines metro to enable residents to have an impact in these ways by implementing stormwater management practices. So ultimately, the cities have provided funding resources for you or any homeowner to do practice like a rain barrel, a rain garden, soil quality restoration, which are all things that can help improve water quality.
All right, let's step back a little bit here. Funding program to help you. Okay, you got our attention. What are you talking about? Will you help provide funds to create some of these situations?
Yes, yep. So we have a variety of funding programs in Polk County, and for any resident, they are eligible to implement a conservation practice at their home. And so for, let's say you wanted to do a rain barrel, these programs, they would help cover about 50% of the cost or more, depending on the program. Okay. So if you have a $100 rain barrel, they'll give you a $50 rebate or more, depending on the program.
All right.
Pretty good. Yeah.
And that's about the cost of a rain barrel, roughly. You know,
yeah, depending on where you get it from.
Depending on where you pick it up from. Now, what else can you do that you'd be able to get some assistance with beside a rain barrel? Say, rain barrels are great, but I don't want to have the big barrel there. What else can I do?
Well, one of the most popular things that we have is called a soil quality restoration. So most people, they're unhappy with their lawn. It's brown, it's patchy, there's ponding issues, or it stays really squishy after it rains.
Yep.
So we basically have, it's a natural lawn care method called soil quality restoration, and that we use aeration and the use of compost over top of your lawn, and that'll help improve the soil health, give you a nice green lawn, and we'll cover 50% of that. And that typically
you will.
Yes, we will. We'll cover 50% or more in the program. So
wow,
how cool is that?
Yeah, so how does that work then as far as people, to identify kind of what their problems are? And do you have people that'll go out on site? Do they do things online? How does that all work?
Yep, so with any of the city programs, they do have a point of contact, which we do have located on our RAIN campaign website. So your first thing to be, wherever you live, you call your city contact and you can talk to them to have them help you out. Where I work for, the Polk Soil and Water Conservation District, you'd also be able to call our office, and someone like myself could visit with you to walk through your property, see what problems you have, and kind of where we can marry the two, things. Water conservation, water quality will actually help you as well with the water problems you have at your house.
Now, is this mainly for people that are living like in the middle of the city or the middle of the town they have, or what if they're on the outskirts of an area?
Nope, this is for everyone. So because we all live in a watershed, we all can have a positive impact on water quality. So funding resources are available to anyone who lives in Polk County. So yeah, there's lots of variety. Doesn't matter if you're in the city or outside of it, there's something that you can do, and we have funding to help you.
Okay, so Michelle, we talked about the rain barrels. We talked about improving the lawn quality. You said by aerating and then putting the other material onto that, you'll help with that. What's another thing that could be done here?
One of my favorites is called the rain garden.
I have two of those.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, I have rain barrels and rain gardens, and I know that's.
Explain what you have at your house, Michelle, so people can get a grasp of that.
I have two rain gardens that come off.
And what is a rain garden?
They're kind of mitigating that water that runs off your rooftop, and then it filters it all. So you have these nice little gardens that are strategically placed to help divert that and to kind of get it back into where it needs to go. And some of them, it's kind of built. One of them is off of my downspout because it's a unit that doesn't have a basement in it. Yeah. Okay. The NRCS helped us install those, and it's been they're fabulous. Fabulous.
All right, and so what kind of plants do you install in these areas, these gardens?
Yep, so you want to use majority native plants, which would be things like, think of black-eyed Susan, purple coneflower, butterfly milkweed, great for our pollinators, or a lot of our pretty native grasses. Now, once in a while, I do have people mix in their favorite cultivar. Think of like a hydrangea bush, those work really well in there too. But the native plants, which are great for not only soaking in water and kind of restoring your soils, but they also help provide food to our bees, our birds, and our butterflies too. So there's some habitat with water quality, with also managing maybe problems with water that you had at your home previously.
Are you seeing more and more people installing the rain gardens? Because I know there's kind of some stipulations on how far it needs to be from your house and all of that. Kind of talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so a rain garden is something that it is site specific, but we do have people and local contractors that know how to break that down and come up with a design and plan for you. But I would say I work specifically within the Easter Lake watershed on the south side of Des Moines.
Okay.
And we have been implementing these projects since about 2013. In that watershed, we've had over 200 residents actually take us up on building these things. And so last year on the south side, I think we implemented about 8 rain gardens or so. And in my office, I keep getting projects coming in. I just reviewed 2 or 3 rain gardens in the last week or so. So they're definitely very popular because I think a lot of people, they want landscaping for their home, but in this case, it can also be functional for them too.
Yeah, and very sustainable. Talk about, I know you guys are going to be at the Home and Garden Show.
Yes,
this
very
week.
excited.
So this really gives people kind of a little bit more of a hands-on experience of what it is you guys are going to have to offer. Talk about kind of what you're going to have displayed and available down there.
Yep, so at the Home and Garden Show, we will be located in the lobby of Hy-Vee Hall, and we are going to have these giant sculptures. Like I think, we have this umbrella on our logo with holes in it. People are like, why are there holes in your umbrella? Well, so basically, our urban environment acts like an umbrella. It sheds lots of water, and to really fix our problems with water, we need to poke holes in the umbrella so that water can actually soak into the ground. So with this, we have these giant sculptures. One of them is a large umbrella, and then we have a large raincoat. The raincoat's about 10 feet tall. It's bright yellow. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Yeah. So those will be set up in the lobby, and then there's a picture there.
Very cool.
Oh, I've never seen these before.
Yeah, so we had an artist from California make them. He drove them all the way here, set them up for us, and those will be set up, and then we'll also have a booth with a handful of us there to talk to you, whether you want to talk about your house. We'll have information to hand out to you so you know where to go.
How much of an impact have these different solutions that people have come up with, either the barrel or the garden or doing the lawn alterations here, how much of an impact has that had?
It can have a huge impact. Across the United States, major cities, they all promote these same type of practices. In the Easter Lake watershed, we actually did a really cool monitoring study for a couple years, and in one of the neighborhoods, we targeted a lot of these different types of practices, and we saw about an average 30% reduction in stormwater flow. And when we reduce stormwater, we're helping reduce potential pollution effects, entering a phosphorus into our waterways, which would cause algae blooms, things like that. So there really is nothing too small that you can do to help our water quality, because we need all the help that we can get.
Talk about rain barrels, and because mine's old and it's not the best looking thing, and I know a lot of people in urban, they're wanting things that are a little more aesthetic, and that just maybe some of the changes in the designs and things with the rain barrels that are available now.
If you go to some of retailers around here on Amazon, you'll see beautiful rain barrels, where people have either painted them, they have these really unique cut like metal things you can put around it. They might have flowers or butterflies on it. You can paint them, or sometimes they have it where you can put a planter on the top, so we have like a bunch of petunias, falling all over it. So they don't have to be maybe the eyesore that people think of them.
Yes.
Yeah. I love painting, and I've seen some really beautiful painted rain barrels, and that's something that you can do, kind of put your own touch on it.
Now, are the rain barrels, are they like steel barrels? Are they plastic barrels for the most case?
Typically they are plastic barrels. A lot of times they are upcycled materials, so that's a really cool aspect. Or they can be manufactured too.
Okay.
Do you find that a lot of people are using the barrels then to kind of help water their lawns, and what are they using with the water that they are collecting?
Yeah, some people water their lawns. More people, they probably use them to water maybe the pretty planters you have on your deck, or vegetable gardening. I've seen people with really, really big, like 300-gallon barrels, and they have these wonderful raised garden beds with tomatoes and lettuce, all sorts of things. It works out really well to kind of save you on your water bill, but then also help prevent our water quality.
Okay, I'm going to go stay with the rain barrel aspect of it. You have this rain barrel; it's full of water. Do you have a spigot at the bottom? Do you have a pump at the top? How do people extract the water from that?
So there is a spigot on the bottom, and then once it gets full, let's say you had a really big rain, there is an overflow, so it's not going to shoot out water anywhere. But yeah, typically it has a spigot, and then it's gravity fed, so you're just going to use a watering can to then water your plants.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I can't imagine anybody not wanting to participate in this program and take advantage of the generous offerings.
Especially when they're helping pay for it,
So, explain to everybody quick where everybody can go to get more information, how to apply for it, and what that looks like.
Yep, so for all the information, we just would ask that you go to raincampaign.org, and you will be able to see the cost share programs available, the types of practices, and then some other information on there too. So one-stop shop for everything that you need.
Yeah, good stuff.
Great. All right, and make sure if you're going to the home and garden show, make sure you stop by and say hi.
Yes, please do.
Check out that big raincoat and the big umbrella with the holes in
Can't
it.
miss it. Can't miss it. Thank you for joining us
thank you
here
for
this
having us.
morning. Be sure